Okay.
You come in? Yeah, in a sec.
What?
You know what? I need you to tell me you'll talk to Mum so she can back us up.
Right, so you've already led to the police, and now I'm supposed to have her to do it as well, right?
Please, Dad.
No. And anyway, I'm not asking her for help. Just go and see to your sister.
Mrs. Ladderbanks, is it?
Can I help you?
We're doing some house-to-house inquiries about the assault last night.
Oh. All I'm saying is, with him out of the way, Amy might be able to think a bit more clearly.
Oh, please.
What?
Out of the way?
I didn't mean it like that.
Silly me.
Anyway, we have to be practical. We've got a new baby to consider.
Yeah, about that, aside from the practicalities of adding yet another foundling to our ever-expanding home,
We'll manage.
what I'm concerned about is Amy being pushed into this.
She's making the decision. I've told you that.
Valerie, we have to be careful about lobbying her either way.
Did you talk to Mr. Sharma?
Well, we had a bit of a chat. He said he quite fancied one of those cars on the forecourt.
What, as in buying?
Well, I suppose.
He was thinking of buying a car from Cain Dingle.
When you put it like that, it does sound a bit odd, doesn't it?
Mind if we come in?
No, not at all. I'm not going to get anyone in trouble, am I?
Of course not.
Oh, right, come on then.
Hiya.
Hiya, Trouble.
Gumpy's in hospital.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you need to go and get your stuff ready for school. Go on.
Okay.
Thanks for doing this.
Oh, no problem. I'll take her to school and you can go straight up the hospital. Look, if there's anything you need, just ask.
I just keep going over it. Who did it? Cameron really thinks that it was Mum.
No point in jumping to conclusions, love.
I can't help it. I always said one day they'd kill each other. It's supposed to be a joke, not a prediction.
D.I. Fletcher returning to interview at 0900. Just learned something that might interest you, Mr. Sharma.
You let me go? It's all been a big mistake.
Sadly, no. We've got a witness that puts you in the village, at the garage, not long before Cain was attacked.
My client doesn't know when Mr. Dingle was attacked. You need to be more specific.
Our witness says you were looking at one of the cars with a view to making a purchase. Ring any bells?
Yeah, all right, I get it. It was Pearl. I was there.
And it's coincidence. You happened to be at Cain's place of business looking at his cars.
I needed a distraction. It's hardly surprising after what I've been through.
No, very true. You've been through the mill. You and your fiancé. Sorry, that's ex-fiancé, isn't it?
Your point being?
Just that. The ex bit. That's because of the actions of the victim. That's what we hear.
I hope there's a question coming.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. So I'm guessing she wasn't that keen on him either, Charity.
You'd have to ask her that.
We did. She said she wanted him dead. You love her?
What?
Miss Tate. You still love her, right?
And what's that got to do with you?
We do anything for the people we love, don't we? Charity's told us she wanted Cain dead. And let's face it, you're hardly as big as fan yourself. We know that from the amount of times you reported him to us recently.
Doesn't mean I attacked him.
You can't blame us for wondering, though.
You gonna be okay on your own? You could always come with me. You never know. Might meet some nice young doctor. Okay, too much. Sorry. That's the thing with me. I can never quite see that line coming before I've crossed it.
Happens to the best of us.
I know how you feel about him, but he's family.
Yeah.
Mrs. Barton?
Yeah, come in.
Wondered if we might ask you a few questions.
Thought you might.
Do you want me to stick around?
No, I'll be fine, Marlon, thanks. This is about Cain, isn't it?
So you're aware what happened then?
Oh, word gets around.
We understand there was a bit of an altercation in the pub last night.
There was a row, yeah. Cain was mouthing off. And my husband, he didn't react that well. Cain was chuffed out. John followed, and I wasn't long after him.
Why?
Well, I wanted to make sure he was all right.
We've also learned that your husband sustained a hand injury.
Yeah, well, outside the pub, that altercation, as you call it, became a bit of a fight.
Between?
John and Cain, who else?
So after this fight, then what happened?
We shouted some home truths to one another, and then we went our separate ways.
And you went home?
No, I went for a wander. It was all a bit full on.
A wander?
I was just kind of shaken, you know.
Your husband, he had good reason not to like Cain, didn't he?
How do you mean?
I think you know what I mean, Mrs. Barton. This isn't your home, is it? We've spoken to a few people. They seem to suggest that you and Cain might have had an affair. Is that true?
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. What do you want?
So he's not here then?
No, he's not flaming here. They kept him in overnight.
You're joking.
No, Charity, I'm not joking.
That'd be why he's not answering his phone then.
Yeah, must be. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd be over the moon to receive a call.
Yeah, fine. Have they charged him?
I don't know, do I?
But if they're keeping him in, that'll be what's next, won't it?
Charity, I don't know.
When he gets back, you tell him I have to speak to him, all right?
When? Don't you mean if?
No, I don't, because he didn't do it, all right?
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't. But I can't say the same about you. I mean, they've let you go, haven't they? You could be making all kinds of mistakes.
You keep going on about this. Blokes fight. Often with less reason than this.
That's your experience, is it?
I didn't mean that.
What about later?
There wasn't any later. John went home.
How would you know? You went with him. You went for this wander, you said. So you ended up on your own as well, when a violent crime took place.
I'm not like that. John's not like that.
How can you be sure? About your husband, I mean.
Because I know him.
OK, Mrs. Barton, let me put this to you. You've told us that your husband got into a fight with the victim and that's how he injured his hand.
So?
Thing is, yesterday your children said it was a farming accident. His hand.
Oh.
So, either they're lying or you are.
I must say, I feel a whole lot safer with all these police around. Shame it can't be like this all the time.
I'll wish my brother into hospital more often, shall I, Pearl?
No, I didn't mean that.
No, you're all right. I know you didn't, sorry.
Oh, it's all right, love. You've got enough on your plate.
Yeah, not least the fact that if I didn't chuck him out of here, it might not have happened.
You mustn't think like that. It's not your fault. Actually, they've taken a statement from me.
The police? Well, what did you tell him?
Well, nothing really. I didn't see anything significant. Wish I had.
Hello. Yes, they've let me out. And I'm fine, thanks for asking.
This is not only about you, OK?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought being nicked kinda was.
You do realise that Debbie knows that you're arrested?
Oh, brilliant. And what idiot told her that?
Well, I tried to keep it quiet, but Cameron told her. You didn't really think that it'd stay a secret, do you?
She is gonna think I've done this. Oh, no, Chaz, please, not you as well. Oh, this is just great. Well, I didn't do it, all right? And I'm capable of loads, yes, but definitely not that.
It's the flaming breast neck of the woman that gets me.
Yeah, well, she's bound to worry, isn't she?
So you're still under the misapprehension that she actually cares about you? Jay, how far has this got to go? Look at everything that's happened since the pair of you met.
I'm sorry. I've got stuff to think about. You still haven't told me what you wanted.
To talk to you, of course. Doubtless she's scared you'll have dropped her in it.
Just leave it, will you?
Jay, is there You know, something else you've not told me.
Let's get the kettle on, eh? I'm parched.
Dad, we need to talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. I'm not going to your mum for an alibi, and that is final.
So what? You're just going to tell him what really happened? What good's that going to do?
What else do you suggest? Whatever you think, right? I didn't do it, so I'm not going to ask anybody to lie for me.
Hey, we didn't know what to think, Dad. Look, Holly, she just panicked, that's all.
Fine. Let's just get on with the work, shall we?
Mr. Barton, I tried to stop him, Dad. I'd like a word.
I don't care. This is a hygienic area and it's my living.
I'm afraid we've got a warrant to search these premises. We're going to need the clothes you were wearing yesterday as well. In the meantime, we'd like you to come with us.
What's going on?
We've been talking to Mrs. Barton, and she told us who you were having a fight with last night.
My mum said that.
John Barton, I'm arresting you for attempted murder. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your
all right,
defence if
Dad.
you do not
Oh,
mention
come on,
your
this is
questions that will
stupid.
later
Just
rely
get on
on
with the
in court.
work, all right? I'll
Everything
give you a
is
call.
given in evidence.